What's up, guys? I know there's nobody here, but hopefully you'll be here soon. I'm getting my stuff ready. No BP for the Dodgers today, unfortunately. Just the Phillies. Man, I keep wanting to say the Nationals because Bryce Harper's here, but it's the Phillies. So start asking some questions. I'm going to turn this camera around and we can get this going. 1 second. I don't know why it's not showing up on my thing that I'm live. Hang on. As soon as I can get it on my computer, we'll do this. Well, this is not here. You can watch the Phillies batting practice until I pull up my YouTube channel. Not that this is exciting, but I guess Google Chrome doesn't have me logged in. My channel. There we go. All right. All right. Whoa. Why doesn't the color adjust? It's so annoying. Not this white. All right. Can you guys hear me? Yes, no, maybe so. It's got my... Woo! Let's see if we can get myself a filter. Can we filter me so I don't look like this? No? All right. I guess I'm just going to be super white today. I mean, I'm super white. Oh! Yeah, that's the light. All right. Let's get to these questions. I'm doing well. Rexy, how are you? Hopefully well. Hi, guys. Thank you. I'm glad you don't mind the filter, but it just... Yeah, it looks like I'm like blending into the seats with my jersey. All right. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, I'm on my iPhone. I don't know why it's not adjusting the color at all. Okay. Looking forward to first pitch. Me too. I'm actually really excited for this series. First time since Harper's been here, obviously. First time the Dodgers have faced Harper since that whole thing. Let's see. Oh, no. Oh, look. There we go. There's better lighting. So it's going to be interesting to see. I'm sure he's going to get booed like crazy. I wouldn't doubt it. Me, on the other hand, I don't want to boo Harper because thanks to Harper, we have the killer outfield we do. So what do you think about the Mets crying about us? I think that's all it is the Mets complaining. If you go on and actually read what Mets fans are saying, even the Mets fans don't think it's real. The Mets fans just admit, well, we suck. That's really all it is. And that's what it is. If the Dodgers were stealing signs, they're not going to wait until the 9th inning to try and mount this huge comeback. It's pretty simple. If you're stealing signs, I could see them hit all night, but the fact that they didn't even get going until they saw Edwin Diaz doesn't make any sense. Also, they saw Edwin Diaz, what was that, the 3rd day in a row? When hitters see a guy that consistently, they're going to hit him. So... I don't know. I think it's just the Mets trying to find an excuse. They were supposed to be this really good team this year, and they have just not lived up to those expectations at all. What happens to the lineup when AJ returns? So this is actually something I thought a lot about because I don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, you don't want to pull Verdugo out. He's been one of the clutchest players on this team. I mean, he's right up there with Bellinger and Turner. If not more than Turner this year, he's been more clutch. But I've also heard people mention, like, Verdugo, when you have that good of a left-hander coming off the bench, that's not something you want to lose either, having that good of a pinch hitter who can come through like that. But in my mind, I can't justify using him as a pinch hitter just because he's good at it. If he's better than AJ Pollock, he should be in there every day. Sorry, Pollock. I know you're the veteran. I know they paid you money, but like the best player needs to be in there at all time. If anything, I could see Taylor maybe losing a little bit more time out of it and Verdugo going to center. And on those days when It's a lefty on the mound. Maybe Verdugo plays left field. I don't know. I'm going to be really bummed, though, if Verdugo loses time when Pollock comes back, because Verdugo is playing really, really well right now, and he does not deserve to be on the bench, in my opinion. Do you think Ryu will get pitcher of the month for May? Who else could it go to? As for your last question, I don't pay enough attention to other teams. I don't know who it would go to, but I also can't imagine any other pitcher doing what he did this month. What do you have? The complete game right before Mother's Day. Then he had the 8-inning shutout game, the complete game shutout the one night. Then he had the 8-inning shutout game his following start. This has all been in May. So there's absolutely no reason anybody should even come close besides Ryu. And that too. He has, out of all the qualified leaders, he has the best ERA in baseball, every league, not just this month, NL, AL, everywhere. So there's absolutely no reason he should not win it this month. Thoughts on Matt Beaty? I really like him. I knew he was very good in AAA. I knew he was blocked from coming up because he plays first base and third base, and he's been playing some left field. We have a lot of outfielders. Obviously, we have Turner at third, Freese and Muncy at first base. However, I read something on Twitter last night that out of all the Dodger players, there's only 2 players hitting the ball harder than Matt Beaty. So he's killing it out there. I love what I see. He doesn't seem to strike out much. He puts the ball in play, and he hits the ball hard. I don't know what's going to happen when Barnes comes back, because Smith is doing well too. But I kind of think they'll send Smith back down and maybe leave Beaty a little bit more. I think Beaty may go once Pollock comes back. But the only reason why I say Smith goes down is because Barnes is going to start going back to getting a majority of those starts, and you have nothing you can do with Martin. You're not going to just have him sit on the bench and not use him. And right now you want Will Smith to be getting as many at-bats as possible, so that way he can just stay on his hitting and feel good, because he's going to be a very big part of this team next year, maybe even later in this season. But you don't want him sitting on the bench at the big league level, even if he's only getting 1 or 2 starts a day. You want him out there swinging the bat. So I think he'll get sent down to AAA for that reason. So I think Matt Beaty's going to get a little bit more time, but you never know. I've made a lot of guesses with this team, and I've been wrong plenty of times. How many people from the bullpen do I trust? Maybe 2. Jansen has been his old self the last 3 or 4 outings, so I'm really starting to feel better about him coming in. I was not comfortable with him coming in for a 4-out save last night, just because, or 5-out? No, 4-out. Yeah, it was 4-out. Just because we've seen in the past how he does in those situations, but he got it down. He seems to be getting his velocity back up, I believe 94, 95. So I trust him. I still trust Baez. I know he did not have a great night. Was it Wednesday that he came in? Gave up a run, I believe it was, but right now, those are really the only 2 guys I'm trusting coming out of the bullpen, unfortunately. So the bullpen needs help. That's all I can say. Actually, I mean, I do trust Urias. However, he got rocked on Wednesday night too. So I don't really know right now. I don't know what's going on in that bullpen, but all of them, they really need to figure it out and get it going, because it's very stressful. I know it won't stay this way. I know everybody right now in there is doing bad all at the same time. It's not going to stay that way. These players don't suck as bad as they're actually on the mound right now. But it is very hard to watch right now, and I do think that they need help no matter what. So, well, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. So I expect to see plenty of stuff done at the deadline. Whoa. Hang on. Trust rate for the bullpen. I mean, I would probably put them at a 5. Honestly, that's my trust for the bullpen. They're either going to get it or they're not. It's weird. It's like a 50-50. You never know what side of the bullpen you're going to get. Mostly bad, but I still got to have confidence in them a little bit. I'm never going to give up on them, even though they may be sucking it up a lot right now. Best game I've been to this season so far, easily Wednesday night. I got to sit in the I got to sit in Dugout Club. We had that crazy walk-off. There's no way I've seen a better game than that this season. I don't know if anything will live up to this season unless I get to watch them win the World Series in person. But yeah, that was insane. I don't know if I've ever been to any game like that before. Can you lock? Oh, yeah, you can lock focus, but unfortunately not on YouTube. I've tried that so many times. It's annoying. I wish you could. Thank you for trying, though. What's going to be a successful season for the Dodgers? Do you mean, is it going to be successful? Are they going to win the World Series? How many wins are they going to get? If you can expand on that a little bit more, I'll go ahead and answer your question. Let me see. Do you know what time they open the gates for tomorrow's alumni game? I did. Somebody told me the game's at 6. I think they're opening it actually earlier for everyone. Don't quote me on this, but I think tomorrow season ticket holders only get a 15-minute head start instead of 3 hours. Instead of an hour head start. Season ticket holders, I was told, only get a 15-minute head start because it sounds like they're doing batting practice, the alumni, and everyone should be able to come in. So you should be able to get in, I think, 2.5 hours or 2 hours and 45 minutes before the game. So I would get here early just in case. One year I got here early. I went up to Loge to get in. Yeah, I went up to Loge Reserve to get in. They didn't bother to tell me that they were only letting people in early at the left field pavilion gate. So just to give you guys a heads up, I don't know if it'll be like that this year, but just keep that in mind. You might, if they don't open up early at another gate, make sure you guys ask someone if they're opening it in left field pavilion, because that's the problem I had last time, and I was really upset because we got in like just as they were throwing the first pitch of the alumni game. So hopefully they're not handling it that way this year. Should Pollock be back in center field or take over in left field for Taylor? I don't know if he's played left field. Has he played left field before? Because I think that's what you have to pay attention to. I don't know if you want to just throw him out there. Verdugo has been a much better center fielder already this year than Pollock, but you also want to make sure that Pollock can play left field well. So I don't know. Honestly, at this point, it's the Pollock signing is looking a little questionable. I don't think anyone expected Verdugo to come out and do what he's doing. He's absolutely tearing it up right now. So we'll just have to wait and see and go from there and hope that, you know what, whatever this team does, they're trying to win. They want it. So in my opinion, I've just got to trust them and hope that it's all going to work out the way I want it to. Was it weird for you seeing Will Smith wear number 16 because that was Andre Ethier's number? I thought it was interesting when he first came up, and I was like, oh, that was Ethier's number, and then honestly, I just moved on. I don't really care about the whole number thing, unless it's someone coming in and wearing like Kershaw's number, which will never happen because they'll retire it. But things like that, no, things like that don't bother me. I don't care. I don't care about the whole number thing, but that's just my opinion. Chances Bryce Harper gets booed tonight. He's getting booed tonight. I can tell you that right now. He got booed tonight when he was on the Nationals. He's for sure getting booed tonight. What are your thoughts on Stripling? You know, I really like Stripling. He's been a little hit and miss in the bullpen a couple times this year. I saw it, I believe, in San Diego. He struggled. He struggled the other night when he came in. That's what's weird to me. I don't get how everyone in the bullpen is doing so bad all at the same time. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It makes sense when there's one or two guys, but right now it's everybody. I don't know. It's weird. Yes, very excited for Garvey's bobblehead tomorrow. I love the little AR stuff they do on the side. It's really cool. Shouldn't we consider signing Kimbrel at this stage? So I want Kimbrel on the team. As of 12:01 a.m. on Monday, there will no longer be a draft pick attached to Kimbrel. Or Keuchel. So I expect Kimbrel and Keuchel to be signed fairly quickly. There's no reports coming out that the Dodgers are even interested, and a lot of that has to do with the ego of both Kimbrel and Jansen. Jansen has already made it very clear that the 9th inning is his, and he expects it to be his. He didn't say it in those words, but you could tell that he does not want to give up any save opportunities to Kimbrel, and you'd have to try and convince Kimbrel. It's kind of annoying as a fan because I just want to see what's best. So kind of a bummer, but I don't think it'll happen. I want it to, but as of Monday, there will no longer be a draft pick attached to him if they sign him. So we'll have our answer very soon. How long have you been a season ticket holder? This is only my second year. It was my first time last year. I actually only planned on being a season ticket holder just last year because I wanted to just say I did it in my lifetime, and then they announced the All-Star game, and so I kept my season tickets because I'm hoping I get priority to buy a ticket for the All-Star game next year. So I will at least have them through 2020. I would like to have them for longer, but we'll see what happens. Favorite memory in Dodger Stadium? Oh man. I probably have two or three. The first one that comes to my mind was Justin Turner's home run, NLCS. I was sitting in left field pavilion the night he hit that home run, and honestly, I don't even remember him running the bases. Like, my adrenaline was so crazy. There was so much yelling. There was beer everywhere. So that was insane. It's like the adrenaline blacked me out from even remembering everything that happened that night. And that same thing for Taylor's home run, game 1 of the World Series off of Keuchel. Insane moment. I was sitting up at top deck, and I honestly thought like the ground was shaking. I thought like top deck was just gonna crumble out from underneath me. That was insane. And then my other one would be Vin Scully's last home game. I was here for that, and I saw Charlie Culberson's home run. And I know you probably won't believe me, that's fine. I actually called Charlie Culberson's home run. I was sitting next to my brother and my dad, and I was like, watch, he's gonna hit a home run right now. And I was like, because they had said he hadn't hit a home run, I believe, all season. I said, watch, out of all games, he's gonna hit one right now. And I don't have that part on video, but I have the home run on video, and it was insane. So I don't have just one memory, I have a few. I've been to a lot of games, so very lucky to be here as much as I have been. If Cody Bellinger didn't get hot like this, where would the Dodgers be? I still think they'd be in first place. They just might not be as dangerous because a lot of pitchers don't want to pitch to Cody Bellinger. Whoa. So they'll walk him, which then gets the other guys better looks because they don't want to let a run come across and score. But I still think we'd be in first place. I just don't think we'd be looking as good as we are right now. How do you think we'll do this series? I think we'll win 2 out of 3. The Phillies are a good team. I can't just say we're going to sweep them. They have good offense. They do have their good pitching. It just depends how everything goes. The Dodgers are insanely dominant at home. I think they've only lost 6 or 7 games at home all year. And so they score a lot of runs at home. So I think we take 2 out of 3, and there is a chance we could sweep. I'm not putting a sweep past them, but I'm not going to say it's a guaranteed sweep. Do you think the Dodgers should try to sign Anthony Rendon in this offseason since Turner's going to be 35 and on the last year of his contract? Yes, I do. I really wanted Arenado. He is now obviously out of the picture with his extension with Colorado. Hello. So, yes, I would like them to sign Rendon. He is a Boris client. We know how that goes. We saw how that happened with Harper. So I do expect him to want a fairly long-term contract and want a lot of money. So will that actually happen? Who knows? Matt Beatty can play third base. Part of me thinks that Matt Beatty actually might be traded for bullpen help. Who knows? I could be completely wrong. But I still think they need to do something because we've seen Turner's defense unfortunately fall off a little bit this year. He's still great. He's still made amazing plays, but he hasn't been the guy that we've seen the last few years. He's getting older. It happens. It's part of it. So I hope they do. I like Rendon's really good, so. How old am I? I'm 26. Why would David Peralta get traded to the Dodgers? Why? We don't need him. How cool is it that we are hearing Bellinger's name in the best baseball player conversations over Trout? I think it's well deserved. However, I do think he needs to do it longer. The thing with Trout is Trout has sustained this success since he's come into the big leagues. So I definitely think Bellinger could be a better player than Trout, but I just need to see him do it longer because he's doing things Trout never even did, and that's insane. And I do think Bellinger's more athletic than Trout for sure. But I think if he keeps it up this year, it's not going to be a conversation anymore. People are just going to know Bellinger's going to be the best player in baseball. Currently, he's playing like the best player in baseball, but I got to see it a little bit longer before I can just put him right over Trout. But he's definitely playing better than Trout this year, I will say that. Second favorite MLB team. I do not have a second favorite MLB team, actually, to be honest with you guys. I do not care about other teams. If there was an AL team I had to root for, it would be the Athletics. If there was an NL team I had to root for, it would probably be the Pirates. So I don't have another team, but those are the guys I would look to go after. Those would be the teams I would root for. Well, happy early birthday, Anthony. Oh, and since you said 7 days, I want to give you guys a heads up. I'm going to San Francisco next week for the game. I'll be in Arizona, and then I'm going to San Francisco. So we won't be doing a Q&A next week because it's just away games. It's going to be a little bit more complicated having to take my computer into the stadium and try to focus on everything going on. So I want to do a cool vlog for that night because I got really good seats. So I want to show you guys that. So I won't be doing a Q&A next week, just so you know. How much did you have to pay to become a season ticket holder? Well, it depends where you sit. I don't have the cheapest tickets in the stadium, but they're like the second or third cheapest. I'm in top deck, and it's about $1,400. But you do get to do a payment plan, so I don't have to pay for it all at once. Yeah, I mean, maybe Andujar could. I thought they were only willing to trade him, though, if they got Machado. I don't know who Andujar's gonna, or who's gonna take over at third base for the Yankees. I don't pay enough attention about the Yankees, but if we were to pick up Andujar, they'd have to give up a lot to get him from the Yankees. The Yankees and Dodgers, I feel like, are not teams that would trade to one another very easily. And when you have a guy that young, that good, and that much time left on his contract and that cheap, he's not going to be easy to get. So I don't know about that one. I wouldn't mind it. I like him. He's good, but I just don't know if it'll actually happen. But other than that, we're almost at the 25-minute mark. I've got things I got to do to get ready for this game, people I got to meet up with. So as always, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. Yes, I think we can make it to the World Series. We are going to make it to the World Series, and I really do think we're going to win it this year. So, hey, JT hurt his hamstring. He should be fine, but it's his second day in a row he's in the lineup, but he's not giving any more information except for that his hamstring's tight. That's all we know. But other than that, I will catch you guys later on tonight's vlog, and we will do our next Q&A in 2 weeks. So I will see you guys then. Maybe I'll do a Q&A after Sunday's game against the Giants, because I won't be, I'll probably be driving home during that time. So no, I probably won't even be able to do a vlog that day. Either way, I'll catch you guys later. Gotta get ready for the game now. Bye, guys.